Nice to meet you. This is Ye Hwa-kyung of SMIBA Open Innovation Division. Thanks Tech Title 2021 for giving me a great opportunity to speak. I expect many people around the world to see this video. I consider this moment an honor. How awesome is this to me? I have about 1,200 contacts in my smartphone address book. Among them, less than 10 are overseas and 0 are non-Korean. But now we are talking not only to Koreans, but also for many foreigners. That's awesome. I was thinking about how to take advantage of this great opportunity. I work for an association. The association is an industry, academia, research collaboration. The association's mission is to help the digital transformation of industries. The association works with the government to help business with the government budget. The association also helps companies with its own business. One of the things the association does is help companies to partner. Often connections lead to sustainable innovation. This is the catchphrase of the association's partnering support. Are you working for a company that does everything on your own? Perhaps there is probably not one such company in the world. Then we need to find a partner to create common value together. Where is the partner? Let's talk about Korea for a moment. This June, Korea stood shoulder to shoulder with the G7 leaders. At the G7 summit, the Korean government emphasized the role of the Korean government in global issues, such as overcoming the COVID-19 crisis, promoting an open economy, and reducing greenhouse gases. Bilateral summits with the leaders of the UK, Germany, Australia, and the EU have also strengthened cooperation in the economic and vaccine sectors. Samsung, LG, which have already become global companies, K-pop like BTS, K-beauty, semiconductors. The status of Korea is incomparable to the past. Let me give you a brief introduction to the current state of the Korean economy. According to data released by the Korean government, Korea is ranked first in the world for macroeconomic stability, and per capita income reached 30,000 as of 2018. There is something called the 30 to 40 club, which is a club that countries with a per capita income of $30,000 and a population of 50 million or more join. Korea is the 7th country in the world to join this club. Moody's has maintained Korea's sovereign credit rating as stable since December 2015 and S&P since August 2016. From September 2012 to the present, Korea's national credit rating has been maintained at stable. This is the GDP ranking for 2020 published by CNBC and the IMF. As the Corona-19 hit the world, Korea overtook Brazil to become the top 10 largest economy in the world. In 1960, Korea was one of the poorest countries in the world. However, it has now become the 10th largest economy in the world. The Korean economy has been running briskly so far. There is a unicorn startup called Coupang in Korea. If Koreans want something to eat the next morning, they order it from Coupang that night. Then the ingredients you ordered arrive at your doorstep in the morning. Coupang has solidified its position with rocket delivery. On March 11th, Coupang was listed on the New York Stock Exchange. It closed at 49.25, up 40.71% from its IPO price. Coupang became the largest publicly traded company in the United States since Uber in 2019. It is said to be the largest foreign company since Alibaba's IPO in China in 2014. It is a unicorn startup in Korea. This is the Korea Startup Index 2020 published by Onto Global Center, a Korean startup support organization. This is a map of the global unicorn ecosystem. The number of unicorn companies by country is US 358, China 137, India 32, UK 28. Germany, Israel, and Korea are similar with 16, 13, and 15. Below that are Japan, Singapore, and Indonesia. In terms of the number of unicorn companies that will lead the future, Korea ranks 7th globally. It is a point that allows us to see future growth potential in Korea. Korea has achieved economic growth and Korea is also steadily creating unicorn companies on new growth engine. What's the secret? The Korean government is active in supporting startups. Here are the contents of the Korea Startup Index 2020. We asked the startup companies about the biggest contributors to startup development. Then about 57% answered that it was the government. The next 34% said they were investors, such as venture capitals. Currently, the Korean government is very active in supporting startups. Regarding the evaluation of the domestic startup environment, 65% answered that it is a good environment for startup. Compared to the 2019 survey results, the percentage of positive evaluation of the domestic startup environment increased by 15%. Korea seems to be becoming a good country for startups. In fact, the government's startup budget in 2021 was 820 billion won, increases of 74.9 billion won from the previous year. Another interesting thing is among the startup support program supported by the Korean government. This is a program that allows existing large or medium-sized companies to collaborate with startups. We created a program like this and put our budget into it. Domestic big companies have begun to use collaboration with the startups to find new growth engines for their companies or to solve problems. This movement is now showing signs of revitalization. Recently, Korean startup support organizations are introducing programs that help not only domestic large companies, but also global companies such as Microsoft, Google Play, NVIDIA, Siemens, and Dassault Systèmes to collaborate with Korean startups. From the perspective of the Korean government, it is one of the measures for globalization of startups. You will be looking for partners for create a common value. Doesn't Korea seem to be an increasingly good place to find such a partner? Let's talk about the association again. As mentioned earlier, associations help companies to partner. This is a key implementation strategy for the association's mission. In fact, this is not only done by associations, but also by other places. Except that the association is illegal or immoral, opportunities are equally open to all businesses. And it is for businesses to get involved. When a company understands the management resource of its own company, all you need to do is organize the management resource required from the outside and write down what kind of work you want to do with your partners. Although partnering is becoming increasingly important in corporate management activities, the success rate of partnering is very low. That's why partnering is so difficult. Therefore, corporate partnership must be continued. In this difficult process, the association would like to be of some help. Any large corporation, venture company, startup, association, or public institution that wants to find a partner in Korea is good. Please contact SMIBA Open Innovation Division. Open connections lead to sustainable innovation. Thank you.